What's going on? So I'm headed to my first job. It's a tune-up gas furnace. First job, like by myself. So a little nervous and excited at the same time. So my previous video, if you haven't watched it, make sure you do. It's about the pay rate and starting out. But I'm headed to my first job, just doing the gas furnace and figuring out, getting all the jitters out. Excuse me if I'm repeating myself. But looking forward to it. I'm just gonna take you on this journey with me and just reaching out to those who are similar to me, who are thinking about it and wanting to get into a trade or HVAC preferably, and going through my journey. Zero background of handiwork at all. My father, brother, extremely good in it. Me, more into basketball, so couldn't mess up these hands for nobody or anybody. And just going through it, excited about it. I plan on staying in this for forever, learning forever. I'm a type of person that needs to see something different every day, or I'll get bored. That's why I gave up my driving job, driving trucks, Class B, hazmat, tanker. Still got it. I will keep it. That will be with me forever. Also got my twin card, so I will always find something that will keep me employed. And I think that's what everybody needs nowadays, especially with the economy going down and employees are being laid off. So this job, this career, this skill will always keep me employed. People always need heating and cooling. So yeah, headed to my first job. Stay tuned. So I'm just doing a maintenance check.
God damn, he sound like he got a horse upstairs. Sheesh.
Dog's going crazy up there. My first job. Waiting for it to come on.
When you're a little nervous and things like that, you forget what you do. And especially when it's your first time being out by yourself.
Getting the system. This shit keeps rolling.
As I'm waiting for the system to come on, which it will not because I didn't do my other step. But I enjoy doing this. I like the equipment. I like the way it looks. And I like figuring it out. One thing I would say, when you come into customers' home, be aware of their dogs. Some people's dogs bite. Who knows? So as a system about to come on, once again, I forget to set. And so I have to set the system back down.
Got to hook up my wire back.
So my ground wire had nothing to do with, turning it on, as you know. I know most people might say, oh, you shouldn't be recording while doing this, or you shouldn't be doing YouTube. But it's good to look back and learn from my mistakes and build my case. And the case I'm talking about is like when I want to ask for a raise, how I'm completing my task a lot quicker and things like that. So either way, whether I was on YouTube or not, I would still do this. And I recommend this to any rookie.
Learning from it. Should always take pictures too, so you don't mess up. Sometimes that can happen when clients are talking to you, but we ain't gonna blame him. Turn the power back on.
And I really didn't make this channel for experienced tech, but if they on here, like I said, I'm always welcoming advice. But this is more for people who are afraid to make mistakes. And you shouldn't make mistakes, but that's how everybody learns. Even senior techs will tell you that. But I want to help encourage someone to do it if they want to do it and not be afraid.
Thermostat going to my board, and the inducer motor, and then the pressure switch, then the igniter. If I'm saying something wrong, just correct me. But like I said, I'm just learning and figuring it out. You know, I just want to be raw about it.
How are we looking?
Waiting for it to power back on.
Okay, yeah.
It's a little delay, so just waiting for it. That's pretty much it.
What do you just run test on it to make sure it turns on and off and shit like that? And
Yeah, I run test on it. Just make sure your safety switches is working. Your gas is valve is getting voltage to it. Your filters is clean.
yeah.
That's one of the minor things that people don't really change and don't think that's important, but could really mess up your system.
Yeah, but when you're here, is there a way to?
So I'm trying to figure out why it's not firing now, what mistake I made. If I made a mistake, maybe I didn't have this closed. But I'm seeing right now, figuring out what's going on. So gotta wait for it to reboot again. See what happens. Learning experience, like I said.
So as you heard the client come down, he was talking to me again. Just played it off cool. Everything was fine. I just told him the steps I was just
Do
making.
anything besides take the ground wire out and check the flame sensor. So we'll see if the door made a difference.
And it clearly does not. And I know that. That door has nothing to do with why the fire is not coming through the
I see the
burners.
igniter starting to
Absolutely
try
not.
to
Good grief.
kick on, but it ain't kicking on. So now it's a delay. So we'll see.
Sometimes when you're out by
Kick on.
yourself, it's nerve-wracking, as I said, because it's like an exam. You just lose oxygen to your brain. You just forget everything you're supposed to do.
A little nerve-wracking, figuring out. Your boy is sweating, nervous. Either way, I'm going to figure it out no matter what. Learning experience. Sometimes the best trauma sticks to you the best. Induces on.
So basically, I just talk to myself just to remember the order of operations
Pressure switch.
and just stick through it so it can stick to my brain. So I was just trying to see if the igniter will come on and the flames will come on afterwards. But like I said, I still didn't go back to my second step, and I needed to turn it back on, and I didn't. And this is what happened when you're nervous, you're by yourself. There's nobody babysitting you no more. And a lot of times when it comes to most jobs, try to keep it very, very simple. You know, I made this more complex than what it had to be. It's a brand new system. I checked to see if it worked before I even touched it, and so it should work while I'm working on it. So sometimes a deep breath and looking all around helps a lot. So once again, I'm still trying to figure it out. Still trying to figure out why is this thing not coming on. And just in a couple of seconds, I'm gonna start getting frustrated, and that's my fault, you know. And I need to keep my cool.
I don't understand why it's going back
Gotta
out.
pay attention.
I don't think
Nope.
this is.
Nope.
I need to clean
That
it
is
more.
not the answer
Let's see if
at
it
all.
works. Hopefully it does.
Good grief.
And let me put my ground wire back on. 'Cause that's the only thing that I took off.
I know this gotta be frustrating for a lot of viewers and text. But yeah, my sister just texted me. Good grief. Bro, it is not the burners. And as you can see, if you could see it in this video, it's right there in front of me. And it's not turned on. Or should I say
Definitely get you some knee
parallel?
pads.
If you just look at it. Nobody
Thing
cares
works.
about your knee pads, bro. Fix the unit. And this was the problem.
That was close.
Yep. There you have
That's
it.
why
This
we're
whole video
going.
for this. Good grief. Gas valve was close.
So, just finished my first job, tune up. A little frustrating. Couldn't figure out why the furnace wouldn't start up, gas furnace. And you know, the first thing I did was shut off the power and shut the gas valve off or whatnot. And I did that and tried to turn it back on, and I forgot to shut off the gas valve. And I'm like, why is it not starting? So that's what happened there. Figured it out, did my readings, did my paperwork, and I was kind of nervous. I'm like, dang, like, why I can't figure this out or whatnot. And then just a couple of things, you know, my combustion analyzer wasn't working. Couldn't get that to work. They said it had fluid in it. I had to dry it. As you can see, my face is shiny because I was sweating. So analyzer wasn't working. Then I didn't have a charger for it too, so that's dying. So I have to go back to the shop and get a charger for it or whatnot. I need a couple of other tools as well. So I didn't stack my van. I was out with somebody yesterday training, so at the end of the day everything was closed. So whatever I needed, I couldn't even get it yesterday or whatnot. But very grateful for the guys that stacked my van while I was out training. Very helpful, really appreciate it. Man, I got this AC on too. I need to put it on. I mean, I got the heat on. I need to put it on AC. It's a little chilly up here in the morning time. But other than that, I figured out what I did wrong, which was basically shut the gas valve off. And the customer was really interactive. Either he didn't trust me or he just wanted to make sure I got the work done either way, or you know, but made for sure everything was working before I touched it. So I had him turn it on, and then he came downstairs and he asked me a couple of questions, which I like, and you know, that keeps my mind going. It helps me speak better at the end of the day, and keep me on my toes. You know, if I do find a person annoying, I will dehydrated. I will have them do things for me. You know, hey, can you hold this light or something? Even though I have a headlamp. And but other than that, he was fine. Asked me where I was from, and we got into a conversation. He offered me something to drink. Got some water, iced tea. You know, so that was real helpful. He has 2 golden retrievers, which are really hyperactive. So you can sometimes go into people's homes and realize, like, damn, like, this dog is really active or whatnot. But I'm going to finish up my paperwork, continue on my journeys. Like I said, just want this channel to be raw and truthful, and understand, like, hey, this is why you get paid what you get paid, because I don't have that much experience, and I'm all fair game. I'm not biased. I'm not entitled or anything like that. You know, so just be understanding. You know, until you make the company money, then that's a different conversation. But at the time, at the beginning, for me, I'm gonna speak for myself, I'm a liability. You know, not in a bad way or anything like that, but I'm learning. So therefore, there's only so much I can do. Enjoy the struggle. The journey is the best place to be, because when you reach to the top, you get to enjoy it. Peace.